Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, Pacific Northwest Weather Watch. Today is March 29th, and right now we are looking at the infrared satellite imagery. You can see the storm going for California right now, and our cold air is now starting to retreat, weakening back down to the south as well. We might kick off a couple showers here today. I actually just had a lightning strike pop off the Oregon coast. We'll look at that in the next slide as well. But we're going to have a ridge build up over the area here, and we're going to have some nice weather as we go on into the weekend into early next week before another system arrives and brings a chillier air mass down into the Pacific Northwest. We go through the midweek period here. So there's going to be some nice weather probably out there for some areas today. If you can catch some of those sun breaks out there, it's going to feel quite nice over the next few days. Taking a look at the Doppler radar overlay, you can see our cold air right off the coastline here and the stronger storm down here across California. And if you look closely, you can see the lightning strike right off the Oregon coast there. And I wouldn't be surprised to see a lightning strike or two across some of the Pacific Northwest here, but not like what we have been getting the last couple of days. And I want to thank Patty Gifford here again for these mugs. She sent me 10 of these mugs with a bunch of my sayings on them here, and you can kind of see that there if I hold it up. Kind of nicely crafted mug and a nice letter there as well. So I wanted to thank Patty Gifford for that, and another close-up look at things there. Yeah, fun stuff. Now, anyway, looking at continued rain and mountain snow showers today, and nice graphic by Pendleton National Weather Service. They talk about how the towering cumulus and the rainbows and some of these showers can be quite photogenic. So, get your cameras out there if you like, but watch out for the slick spots out there, sometimes with black ice, during the morning hours before the sun gets up and warms things up. Thunder's chances today. You see it does include some of Northeast Washington, British Columbia, Idaho Panhandle, and some of Western Montana. I wouldn't be completely shocked to see a lightning strike pop up somewhere else as well, maybe across Western Washington. Look at some of the high-resolution models here in a moment. Some of them are popping up a shower or two, but this is not grapple. It should be snow pellets. That's how the National Weather Service records it. Now, taking a look here at Seattle yesterday, 54 degrees, 56 is the average high, 73 the record high set back in 1994, 600ths of an inch of rain yesterday. We're right around normal for temperatures, but we're pretty well below normal here precipitation-wise. We might end up close to 2 inches below average for the month of March. And you can see they do have that threat for the coastal areas. We did see that strike there and across some of the areas off to Northeast Washington, Idaho Panhandle, and Western Montana again. And that does include British Columbia. Day two, you can see the thunderstorm activity has moved out of the area here as we start to warm up a bit here across the region. And if you want a nice, affordable home weather station, click on that link down below to save 10% off. Ultrasonic anemometer, lightning detection system, source of the data for you in the cloud. Highly recommend. Now, taking a look at the North American model on the left versus the high-resolution model on the right. This is what the Doppler radar may look like as we go through the day today. And this is about where we are right now. You can see the shower activity off the coastline here. And then as we scroll through the day today, you can see some of these showers trying to pop up across some of Oregon and Washington as we go. So I wouldn't be completely surprised to see a lightning strike associated with some of that activity. But as you see, it's not as robust or widespread as what we have been getting the last few days. We've had some thunderstorms around the area. A nice round of thunderstorms are just north of Seattle during the afternoon hours yesterday. Some of the coastal areas got some nice lightning as well. And that made its way in across some of the interior areas as well, across southwest Washington. So if we scroll up into the next couple of days, you can clearly see by the time we go towards Saturday in the North American model, not much showing up there. So we're going to start to dry out, have some nice sun breaks here across the region. Now, looking at lightning flash density potential, the European can sniff these out pretty well sometimes. So we'll look and see what it has to say. And you can kind of see it does show that lightning threat out and about here. So yeah, heads up for that. Much more isolated today, however, as I mentioned. Now, taking a look at what's going on, you can see the upper level low on last night's European run, and it's weakening, and that storm system that's firing up off the coast of California, and our ridging builds in here. It's going to give us a nice couple days. You can see as we go through Monday afternoon here, then you can see the next trough is not far away here as we start to go on in through Tuesday night into Wednesday morning here, kind of a chilly upper level low showing up on the European model. We'll be watching that one over the next few days. It's no doubt going to be changing a little bit, but pretty good model agreement on the GFS and the European with the arrival of the system as we go on in through the day Wednesday, most likely. Looking at wave heights, you can see as we go through the day today, we're bringing those values back down. We're going to kind of relax things a bit as we go through the weekend and early portion of next week before we potentially bring that bump back in some of this wave activity as we go through the mid and later portion of next week with the next arrival of that storm system there. Now, taking a look at the European on the left versus the GFS on the right, you can see that showery low kind of pulling away here. One more day with some showers around. Strong storm down into California, and then we dry out. This would be Saturday afternoon here. Very nice, drying out across much of the area. Maybe still some residual showers across southern Oregon, southern Idaho, on into Wyoming. But as we go on into Sunday afternoon, you'll still see nice dry. And then you can see the next system start to take shape here as we go through the day Monday, initially impacting Haida Gwaii, so western British Columbia here as we go through the day Monday. We go through Tuesday morning. You can see that system trying to start to make its march down into the Pacific Northwest. Pretty good model agreement between the European and the GFS on the timing of this system until about Wednesday morning. Then the Europeans bring it in a little bit quicker here. And then as we go through the day Wednesday, both models bring that chillier upper level low down across Pacific Northwest. So if we take a look at 5,000 feet, 850 millibars, there's British Columbia, Washington, and Oregon here. GFS on the right, European on the left. You can see us starting to warm up as we go on in through tomorrow. Sunday, not a bad day. Monday, probably another nice day. And Tuesday, some areas are going to be pretty nice as well. And then you see the European a little bit quicker with that colder air aloft rushing back into the region here. And hopefully this can bring some mountain snow with it as well as we head on into early April. Taking a look at today on the National Weather Models, with the sun breaks out there, any place is going to feel quite nice. So you do clear out a bit, and you can see that's for today, Friday, March 29th. Here's for tomorrow. You can see some mid-60s showing up here for the Willamette Valley, eastern Washington, and Puget Sound to southwest BC. Some areas starting to warm up, especially going to feel warm in some of the sun breaks. And then Sunday, look at Monday. Mid-60s for Seattle, maybe. Starting to get mid-upper 60s for the Willamette Valley. Some 70s showing up east of the Cascades. Look at Tuesday. A very warm day here before that frontal system arrives. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if this gets trended upwards maybe towards the upper 60s. Some 70s showing up for western Oregon also. And look at this, upper 70s for eastern Washington. And then the change comes as we go on in towards Wednesday. Check out the temperature drop here. Pretty, stark change coming up there. So it's still early April. We can still get these chilly upper level lows here, and that could even bring some mountain snows with it as well. Now, looking at the total snow on the National Blended Models, just a skiff today, maybe an inch or two for some select locations, but then we dry out for a few days. Now, we're looking ahead on into Wednesday, and it does bring a decent round of snow to the Cascades of Washington, Oregon, British Columbia, even some snow for the Olympic Mountains out there. And as you can see, the Blue Mountains get a bit of snow as well. So this, we could get some nice snowfall amounts out of that system. We'll be watching that day by day and see how that trends. The last round didn't perform quite as well as I hoped that it would, but at least it brought a little bit. Here's the 6 to 10 day temperature outlook. This goes through April 7th. Much of the west is below normal, above normal precipitation for much of the west. A little sliver of near normal here as we go through April 7th, but of course we'll be breaking down the systems day by day. And 8 to 14 days. Still have that signal there for below average across much of the west as we go through in towards the mid portion of April. Here's the 8 to 14 day, much of the lower 48 above average. And this is the snow water equivalent. We bounced back a hair, but it's not as much as I was expecting or hoping for, actually. And you can see we're still below normal across a lot of British Columbia, Washington, Idaho, Montana, Oregon. Some places are right around average, some places slightly below average here. So maybe that next system will help out a bit. But anyway, hope you guys are having a good day out there. Enjoy those sun breaks here, and, watch out maybe a pop-up shower or two today before we start to really build that ridging here for a few days. Then by Tuesday, it's going to be really bearing down on us. That pattern change will be arriving, and we'll be going over those details in the next few days. So I hope you guys are having a good day. We'll do this again tomorrow, and I will talk to you guys then.